Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and the big question today is whether or not your Wargaming account is safe, or your computer for that matter, when you are accessing your Wargaming account. A website called ThreatPost just released some news that a nameless malware resulted in a huge data heist of files, credentials, cookies, and more that researchers found collected into a cloud database. Now, there's a lot of technical jargon in this article. I'm going to throw the link up in the description of this video so you can read it yourself. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase things, but apparently malware spread through Trojanized Adobe Photoshop versions, it pirated games and Windows cracking tools, and this all happened between 2018 and 2020. The professionals went on to say, though, that anyone can get their hands on custom malware, and the individuals that perpetrated these crimes really weren't that specialized. It's not like they were super hackers. They just paid for it and were able to tap into a bunch of different systems, stealing text files, stealing cookies, and everything else. And Nordlocker was the one that did this research, or at least one of the companies. They found that the malware scrolled away 6 million files, and those were all lifted from desktops and download folders, 3 million text files, more than 1 million image files, and 600,000 Word and PDF files. So you might be asking yourself, what is the danger in all this? Well, a lot of people save passwords in Word documents. They save them in, what's the other one? The text files, the little clipboard thing. And when you do that, you're opening yourself up to the chance that someone can take that information and reuse it. So for those of you that don't know, cookies are basically a way to save just about everything that you put into your computer, whether it be a password for, again, Wargaming, or even your own bank. When you save things, cookies are created. The report went on to say that 22% of the cookies were still valid on the day of the discovery, which means, despite this being several years ago, a good almost quarter of these cookies were still valid. So, for instance, if you haven't changed your Wargaming password in, 3 or 4 years, like a lot of us haven't, chances are that whoever stole this information, if they were looking for that, they could have taken your password and accessed things. Maybe even your PayPal account. I don't know the depth of this. Now, where Wargaming comes into this, I'll get there in a second, but it lists the top 10 targeted apps, and those include one, Google Chrome, with 19.4 million entries stolen. And, that makes sense, because Chrome is the most used app out there. And right behind that, Firefox with only 3.3 million entries. And it just shows how much Chrome is used. And then it goes down, Opera, I don't even know what that is. Internet Explorer was in there, Chromium, Cock, I don't know what Cock is, or Coke, COCO, COC, Outlook's in there with only 100,000 entries, possibly because Outlook is a little more safe than everything else. Don't know what Yandex is, Torch, or Thunderbird, but those are the top 10. Now, the interesting thing is, of the cookies stolen from websites, these are the top 5. Number 1 is Steam with 2 million cookies stolen, and that makes sense also because Steam is probably the biggest thing out there as far as games are concerned, or at least, online gaming. Steam is absolutely huge. Right after that, Roblox. I particularly am not familiar with Roblox. 1,300,000 cookies stolen. And then right after that, Wargaming. Wargaming is third on the list of stolen cookies with 1,171,000. And then after that, Epic Games is about half of that, and Electronic Arts is rounding things off with 400,000. So Wargaming is third out of all things stolen cookie-wise. And that means possibly your information has been stolen as well. So this brings up two things. One important point, if you have not reset your password, I would highly recommend doing that right now. And to be honest, every time my Windows does a check on its systems, it always has Wargaming coming up as something that's been compromised. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it has to do with it being located in Russia, and that seems to be where the bulk of the hackers are. I don't want to accuse Wargaming of not protecting their clients' accounts or anything like that. And a lot of this they probably can't control. A lot of these cookies might have been stolen from the Russian server. I don't know. I can't speculate. All I can tell you is that out of all the websites out there, Wargaming is third for cookies being stolen. So that's the first thing. Change your password right now. This is just a cautionary warning that you probably should. You probably should anyways. Every year at least, and if not every year, every 6 months. That's just safety right there. It's common sense safety. But this begs the second question. And is your Wargaming account safe? Is Wargaming safe in general? Is Wargaming doing enough to protect their clients, to protect us and our accounts? Because a lot of us link things through our Wargaming accounts. PayPal, in many instances, is linked to your Wargaming account. Your bank accounts are probably tied to it as well, because you pay for in-game goods through both PayPal and your bank accounts. And, this kind of worries me in a way, because it makes me ask, is my information safe? So, if Wargaming's not going to protect us or you, and, once again, I'm not saying that they're not, but it comes down to you as the individual to protect yourself. And in my opinion, the best way to do that would be to untie your PayPal account, untie your banking account from your Wargaming account, and just enter that information on an as-needed basis if you're purchasing something. And don't save that information on your computer. Don't save those cookies, because that's what's getting stolen right there. And I don't know that this has actually happened. I don't know if anyone has accessed someone's PayPal account through Wargaming or through theft of these cookies. But it does seem like Wargaming is extremely vulnerable right now in this sense. Because again, and I just want to drive this home. I want to keep driving it home. Out of everything, third on that list. Now, Steam is by far way up there with double the amount of cookies stolen. But still, 1,171,000, that's a lot. That could be 1 million different individuals, or it could be, who knows? It could be 5 cookies per person. It's hard to say. And again, this article really doesn't get into it on the thread post. It just gives the raw data. But out of that 1,171,000 cookies stolen from Wargaming, from their website, according to what they said, 20% of that was still active. So if 1 million of those cookies stolen were information regarding passwords, 20% of those were still active at the time that this report was made, or at least the incident was discovered. So that means 20% of the individuals out there, or 200,000 individuals, need to change their passwords. Possibly, if passwords were what was targeted, or PayPal, or I guess the bottom line is, at face service, this could be not bad at all, or it could be extremely bad on the type of cookies that were stolen or the information that was leaked. So, I guess my advice to you, once again, I've said it already, but change your Wargaming password. That's the first way to protect yourself. Unlink your PayPal and your bank accounts. That's the second way to protect yourself. Now, third is, well, that's on Wargaming, and they need to better protect their systems. And I don't know if they can. I don't know, again, how severe this was. I'm sure they're monitoring it. It's possible that they've seen this article right here. And, this is just partly because they're so large. And again, we don't know if this was all stolen from Russian server players or EU or North America. There's no way to know. But I would like to know more, and I would like to know what has been compromised and what Wargaming might be doing to better protect this information. So, again, this is just a cautionary tale. This news report was just brought to my attention yesterday, and I want to better arm yourselves to protect yourselves from potential theft, online theft, digital theft, everything else. So, again, I'm going to put the link to this article in the description of this video. And I want to know also if you have had any issues, if you found anything that might raise up red flags with your account. So, anyhow, hope you all are doing wonderful. Have a great day. Take it easy. Zoop out.